Right then, Kay. Which finger are you putting in the direct sunlight? So which of your vampiric kindred fingers are you putting directly into the sunlight?
Non-dominant and pinky.
So left and pinky. Can we have a fear frenzy, please? It's difficulty 1. That's all.
Just what I want.
That's good. As your finger goes in, you feel the heat. It's pleasant. It's warming. You can feel... It's just like when you rouse the blood and you try and force it to flow around your undead body to give you a semblance of life. And you get the heat that emanates from your skin. It's like that, but without the need to manipulate the blood. You hesitate, you pull, but no. It's perfectly nice, wonderfully refreshing sunshine. To everyone else, he doesn't burst into flames.
I make a note.
I am convinced that we have gone through hell and found the back door to heaven.
I'm going to try and also extrapolate where a central point of power might be.
So the spiral starts and emanates out from the sewer grate in the center of the room and just slowly spirals all around in mosaics before working its way out to the walls, up to the top of the ceiling and into the hole right above the sewer grate where the bell tower and the sunlight shines through.
How high to the bell tower?
It's quite a distance, but you've got the pillars. It's going to be quite tough. Maybe, I don't know, 15 feet.
I can sense the
2.6
unseen.
litres for anyone doing metric. Sorry, Flint?
I did sense the unseen. That's this. Or blind me.
When you activated the sense unseen, you can see a bit like in one of those heist movies when the lasers suddenly appear, but you can see it, the sunlight hit the bricks on the inside of the pillars and then refract and bounce and network all through the golden mosaic stones in the room. No one appears to have passed through in one of these lines yet, but Heimdal, led like a starfish in the water, is close to one with his right foot.
Silence.
So you're saying nothing. Noted.
I think we should bottle as much of this water as we can, because it's amazing. It really cleans you up.
It's crystal clear. No sign of the filth that you were washing out of your clothes not moments ago.
I think one of the clowns might already be onto something, but that was in France.
So he does not burst into flames. I'm really curious. 15 feet. I can jump 6 meters vertically, easy. That's more than 15 feet. So I would like to try to get up into the bell tower.
Okay.
Possibly do a Mario from pillar to pillar if I can.
Well, the pillars are from the floor all the way into the ceiling. So, and they surround the central entrance into the sewer grate below, almost like wardens guarding. But Heimdal doesn't have the sight that Flint does. Kay has walked further on into the room, towards the back. I'm going to come to you later. But for everyone else in the room, Flint, Kay walks through those beams. Doesn't flinch, doesn't burn, and they don't seem to be broken. You see the beams, you don't see his body as they pass through. Heimdal, can I get a willpower roll, please?
It's just a flat one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Arnold, what are you doing?
Arnold is sitting by the side. He's been making notes where he's sipping on blood.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got he did get a vial last time, the water. It's in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to do the thing I said. He's going to put the bag of blood into the water and then have a sip to see if it tastes better or worse.
So this is a sealed blood bag with
It's a sealed blood bag. Just dip it in fully, but not so the water gets in, and then see if it tastes any different.
So not allowing any of the water into the bag, just sort of as if it was one large bain-marie, just floating the bag in there just to see what might happen.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't eat through the bag like acid. It's just the bag's in the water. Doesn't affect it in any way.
Okay. We've seen Heimdal drink it and not die.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to let some of the water get into the blood and then try to see if the blood tastes better or worse at this point.
Okay. Heimdal, can I get another willpower roll, please? Arnold,
Yes.
You take a sip. Tastes lovely.
Ooh. Okay.
Heimdal, that's fine. So, Arnold, you feel much more relaxed. Sort of the stress of getting in here seems to sort of be falling away. Remove any superficial willpower damage that you've taken.
Okay. I will.
You've got clarity of mind. You seem to be much more focused than you'd normally be. And it could just be the voice you normally hear is much quieter. You don't have that constant urge to discover, to uncover, to reveal. You're allowed to have 2 or 3 thoughts of your own, uninterrupted.
Luxury.
Flint?
Yeah.
So, you've seen Arnold take a sip, you've seen Kay walk through. What are you looking for now?
Regarding that certain item I'm tasked with looking for.
Yes, what does it look like?
Also reminding myself.
If you remember, your sire told you one of those helpful answers. You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah. In the heart of the sun.
Yes. So, something
Given
you
there's sunlight here.
Well, given that there is some form of magical sunlight here, it would be madness not to check.
Yeah.
Or allow someone else to check who seems to be keen to jump into the sunlight.
Heimdal, can you see the origin at all?
Trying to get up there.
Yeah.
I'll have a look. I mean, Kay didn't burst into flames, so I assume I'll be good.
Yeah.
Everything else in this room is amazing. I feel amazing, and Heimerdinger has shut the fuck up, which is just a bonus. Oh, Heimerdinger, that's what I call my beast. Sorry.
Oh, okay. The water is nice. Goes well with blood.
Should have a swim. It really cleans you.
Flint, as
Yeah.
Heimdal gets out of the water, gets ready to go over, you know that mist from the van?
Yeah.
That was sort of pouring out from the top of the van. It could just be evaporation. It could be he's quite warm with the blood that's flowing, and the water could be quite cold because there seems to be sort of mist just
Going off
rolling all around everything that's touched the water. Now you come to mention it. Yeah, no. Same with Kay. Same with Arnold. And when you look at your hands, the ones you used to get the water, you're probably just cold. That's all it is. It's condensation. No one else seems to notice it but you. Heimdal. You move into the centre of the room. The shafts of light, besides sort of dipping off and refracting off the stones, they sort of crisscross and surround that circle. So there are just solid beams of light shielding all around that grate in the floor. Looks perfectly safe. It looks quite warm and quite relaxing. Happy to jump on up and see if you can parkour your way into the top of the bell tower?
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna ask for a terror frenzy check, just difficulty 1, as you're trying to greet the sun, as it were.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay for now.
No need to roll. It's not even part of the distance that you can leap. You jump with ease. Your muscles move smoother and easier. Your fingers perfectly nimble. You manage to go up through the bell tower, grip hold, and it's only sort of like 4 or 5 feet high there. So you're sort of, you can get your elbow at least up to your elbows in before you sort of like a spider lock on, and you can see outside. It's a lovely warm day. You can see the beach. You can see not old buildings, but buildings built a long time ago. There's lots of marble and white stone. You can smell the sea air. It's got that lovely crisp salt, but the warmth that goes with this. It's relaxing, it's soothing. And with that, you land. There's the splash of water. You step out of the sunlight. There is a sensation. It's almost like you're trying to remember a dream, where you're not quite sure if it's what you saw, but you know what it was there, but you're not quite sure you saw that with your own eyes. But it was very, very nice. I think you'd probably want to go, if you could, it would be somewhere you'd want to live. You wouldn't want to leave that place.
Oh, this is heaven. I'm gonna call down if I can. And say it's a beach, daylight, and I think somewhere in the Mediterranean or heaven. I still think heaven, because this is, I have not burst into flames.
For everyone else, you see Heimdal drop down to the floor and walk a few steps away from the sewer grate in the light. Seems to be smiling. Flint, Arnold.
I'm looking at Flint going, Flint,
Yes.
what are we doing here? Are we going up there?
I'm intrigued as what's up there. However, we also do have a job to complete.
We got rid of 2 undesirables, I presume.
Or should we just split the place, make sure?
Yeah, but we going up? Are we going back? Or are we going to see what's on the outside of this room?
We sort this room first, make sure it's clear, make sure that we know what we know, and then we can move on potentially up if need be. Although my head says that should just lead to another part of Swindon, which it evidently doesn't.
Yeah.
So, I'll take it that you were moving forwards. I think Flint perhaps maybe going around those 8 pillars and not walking through the network of lines you can see, or will you be walking through?
Probably keep to the side and avoid the line.
Okay. Arnold, you do notice that when you're walking through, if you follow the spiral of the mosaic, it's easier to walk forward. But if you try and walk any sort of line against or not following the line of the spiral, it's slightly more difficult to make progress. It's an odd thing to explain. It's just something that you feel.
I will follow the spiral as much as possible then.
Kay, you move through. Once you pass the pillars, go past them towards the end of the room, you can see the 3 objects standing proud from the water, up to chest height. 2 smaller on the outside, but the one in the centre is unmistakably a tomb or a sarcophagus of some sort. The 2 on the outside, completely plain. The masonry is exquisite. There's no link to the mosaics of the room, but they do look to be in a similar fashion. But the central one seems to be very well decorated in a style that's completely out of the rest of the design. Now, there are no identifiable symbols, but there are intricate patterns on each face of the stone, and there appears to be either a lock, an object, or basically there's a hole, as if something should be placed there. If you were playing D&D right now, you'd be looking for some sort of disc-related thing to be put in there, or it could just simply be this was part of the design. Far be it from you to be that curious that you'd want to find out how you would exactly do this. Now, this is something I'd say sarcastically, because your beast would be demanding that you find this out, but he's nice and quiet at the moment. In fact, you notice that everything's nice and quiet. You look back, you see Heimdal jump up and through. You can see them talking, but you can't hear them. The moment you passed those pillars into the end of the room, everything else just sort of went a little bit quieter, a little bit more muted, as if it was somewhere far away or a room or 2 distant. And as you turn your focus back to the hole, there's a voice. Not inside, definitely from outside. Just simply gravelly, confident. And you get the sense that perhaps your existence is only at their whim. It's an odd feeling to describe, but the hairs on the back of your neck go up, and however calm you did feel, you get the sensation that that could change very shortly. Kay?
Disembodied voice.
There's a hand placed on your shoulder, just on the right. It doesn't grip strong, but you get the sense that perhaps it could crush. The smell is pleasant, almost like rosewater. Do you look at the hand? Do you respond?
Oh, I'm trying to turn to see them.
Well, you turn your head at least, because your body won't move under that grip. And there are talons. We're not talking gangrel pup claws like Heimdal. This is ancient. The nails are long, black, but not painted. Some of the fingers longer than they should be. You don't want that to grip you. It is customary to introduce yourself when you enter someone's home.
Did not know it was someone's home.
Which is why I have given you the opportunity.
Well, you know my name. Nice to meet you.
The hand is removed, and he steps by from behind to stand just in front. Quite a pleasant looking chap. He's not wearing clothing or armor of any sort, but you get that sort of vibe that a tank probably would have difficulty with this gentleman. Long hair, not scraggly and badly tousled, just well kept. A ponytail down the back, probably down to his waist. He talks. His pale, muscular face has cracks running from the forehead down through the eye. There's a network of them. When he speaks, his mouth doesn't move, doesn't open. He's really not doing a ventriloquism act. You look for the Adam's apple, you look for anything else, nothing. The words appear to your ears, but his mouth doesn't move. But with his actions, the network of cracks on his face pulse, so different parts of his face move, swell, shrink. He looks perfectly wonderful other than all this, but you do get the sense that someone very close to you is quite powerful. I'm going to pop a picture up for everyone else, just for when you do. You get the impression he's not trying to intimidate. It's just the same sort of sensation you might get sort of sat out in a lovely crystal clear lake, sat on the paddleboard, your legs on either side, your pinkies twirling away as you see the great white just brush against you. A pleasure to meet you, in person at least. I trust my acquaintances are safe.
By acquaintances, you mean the ghouls?
Both of them. Are you going to lie to him, Kay? Are you going to try...
It's what I'm currently deciding.
Are you trying to gaslight him? Are you going to try... You can
Accident happened.
Did any survive?
No.
Good. My name is D. I am the prince's man. I am the head scourge. This is my home, as it has been for a very long time. To what do I owe the pleasure? He seems to be closing in a little bit more, not stepping, but not even moving, but you get the sensation that he seems to be getting bigger, looming almost.
Well, as you know, I am Kay, a new neonate in Swindon, and by order of the prince, my coterie here has been sent to remove any undesirables.
Any undesirables where?
Inshore, specifically this sewer.
Am I an undesirable, Kay?
As a head scourge, I wouldn't see why you would.
I'm glad we did that little favor for you. Cleared up your identity. Made sure anything that might have followed you didn't.
Who is we?
Well, I will leave you to work out the rest. He looks at Heimdal as he jumps up, and his mouth doesn't move, but you get the sense that the vague swellings, he seems to be smiling. His eyes light up a little. Such innocence. Incidentally, Anthony is responsible for the arson across from your haven. Be careful. The venturer not to be trusted. The prince plays his little game, and they all play their part. The Malkavians are the only ones who will be safe. Do not trust a venturer, okay? Places a hand on your shoulder. And with that, you hear Heimdal land with a splash. All of you, present yourselves. Follow your traditions. You have entered my domain. My haven. Present.
I'll take a theatrical bow. Flint, please speak.
He smiles. But again, his mouth doesn't move. You just get his eyes light. Different parts of the fracture of the face bulge and swell. It's nice to have a visitor from outside. He turns to you, Arnold.
Hi, I'm Arnold of Clan Nosferatu. Thank you for letting us into your home.
He dips his head. I appreciate your beauty. If
Thank
not
you.
words, rather than... You've drunk the water, haven't you?
A little bit.
Good. Try and do that at least once a day. It will work wonders for you.
Okay.
He reaches to the top of the central block sarcophagus, the tomb. Scattered on the top are a few stones and an old sort of looks like a wooden bowl of some sort, something you'd use to pick up the water. He reaches over, just passes it, says, "Take a sip, but try not to use your hands. I don't have glasses or anything other than what I have here, so you can use that for now. Just never your hands."
Okay.
Heimdal.
You have the most glorious home, and thank you for letting us be here. And might I say, you look metal as hell, dude.
Do you realize how difficult it has been to keep your little relationship quiet?
Not trying to hide it.
Which is the problem.
I'm sorry. I didn't know there was a tradition against, having a girlfriend.
You do something that breaks the traditions. You break the unwritten rules.
Okay, caught.
No. You allow your enemies knowledge of weakness, of something they can use against you. The harpy wants your head, and you give her every reason to be volunteered for special duties.
I'm hoping I can be a good boy and make her forget about that. Anthony, on the other hand, not so much. Can I have some of your blood? Like, in me?
There are many things that you can do to bring warmth to this place, to bring success to your coterie. Right now, that includes silence. There's a clearing of someone's throat from behind you. You see a gentleman in, I'd say it was a suit, but it's probably just more of a tracksuit than anything else. Zipped up to the neck, a hat pulled, well, it's like a beanie pulled quite tight down, and he's wearing sort of a black surgical mask. You can see the black skin of his hands, of his eyes and face. Dee doesn't seem to respond, to move, to change. He coughs again a bit theatrically, and it's just, "Evening all. Friends, people, countrymen. I don't normally have tend to find anyone down here but his lordship, so mind if I ask what you guys are doing here?"
I'm gonna look towards the others because I've just been told to shut up.
We've been told to investigate, and then just happened on this nice temple.
Heimdal, do you have the papers?
Do I have a what?
The papers.
I gave that to you.
Oh, I thought I returned them.
If you have, then I don't have them anymore.
Okay. I'll produce them and offer them to both gentlemen.
The new chap sort of takes them out, finger and thumb. Ooh. Straight from the head honcho.
Oh,
So you're to destroy and murder and destroy and to get rid of the undesirables in shore, especially in the sewer pipe. There you
Yeah.
go.
thank you.
He sort of quite theatrically wipes his hands clean of the filth that he's just touched. Ooh, that sounds a bit dangerous then. So, who have you lot pissed off?
Xiao, Anthony.
Existence.
Well, not being
Definitely
funny.
Anthony.
Not being funny, but for you two gents, you've fallen out the ugly tree, haven't you? And at every branch on the way down. So,
I look to Heimdal and Flint as he says that.
it's not lost on him. He does chuckle. Remember, the prince loves each and every one of you, and we know he loves each and every one of you because everyone says that Nosferatu are always welcome, because you know you're welcome if they have to make it a law that you're welcome. So,
Yeah, we're very welcome.
now I know why you aren't liked, because your name has been battered around quite a lot recently. Yes, looking directly at you, Flint.
Ah, interesting.
Oh,
So, there's been lots of offences listed, such as being Tremere, talking while being Tremere, listening while being Tremere, existing while not being the right sort of Tremere. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there
Is
you go.
there a wrong kind of Tremere?
Yes.
One that's existing is normally what the Camarilla consider to be the bad sort of Tremere, but the Primogen has got a bit of a bee in his bonnet about him. So, remember, explosions are centered on something, so keep yourself at least a good arm's reach away from him. And if you ever see any stones starting to move, the best thing to do is probably kick him in the leg so you can outrun him.
You know the surname of the Primogen?
Yes,
Oh,
I know
That
lots
would
of
be
different
interesting.
things. All things
Oh.
come with a price.
I might be interested to overdo on that one, certainly.
Well, that sort of information isn't just boon related, because it would cost me more. So
Shall we discuss this perhaps another time?
well, I don't generally tend to visit Elysium. I'm not sort of pally-pally with your sheriff, and I only sort of keep a bit of a vague routine. I sort of stop off and see all the victims, all the people who are going to be casualties of that insane good-for-nothing twat's weird mind games. So I pop in and see his lordship here.
We hang out with a Scourge.
He's an old boy, and yes, he could probably destroy half of the planet with one of his wiggly eyebrows. Don't give me that look. But your prince likes to play silly little bugger games, which means people get hurt. And so I'd just like to make sure that no one's knocking the table over and sort of damaging the others. So,
Your prince?
yes. You know,
Not yours.
something tells me I wouldn't be accepted. It's probably the colour of my skin, or the fact that I think he's a jumped-up, totalitarian, paranoid. I don't know. I'll be honest. I lack the words to say. Because be careful, the scourges are everywhere.
Are you a Nos?
Are you a table?
That's a no then.
And anyway, he said no talking.
Well, I'm curious, and I really don't.
Did it again?
Like, when people tell me to do something, I tend to do the opposite. I don't know, it's like a compulsion. But I'm looking for the Nos. Not these
Matthias
two.
said that you were not the sharpest tool in the box.
I don't know who Matthias is, but I'm
He's a bit like one of those phoenixes. As in, he was the head of your Bruja lot, until he went poof into a mist of flames and dust and all the rest of it.
my eyes go wide when he says Bruja. Like
He was your Primogen, the one who was somehow accidentally said, "Oh no, I am the traitor. Oh no, please forgive me." And then, final deathed himself last Friday. I'm sure Zhao's been around telling you what actually happened by now.
You said he was a phoenix, which implies that he might get better from such an attack.
Well, no, I was more along the lines of when he sort of doused himself in petrol and then just lit himself up. It's like, ooh, bit like one of them bonfire nights.
That's irreverent.
Yeah. Although from what I heard, he was a bit like a Catherine, also like span around, bits firing off everywhere. I think he might have been a little bit too liberal with the petrol. I know part of the mural for the Prince went. So Friday is the halfway house. So that's the theatre. Oh, so that's him like riding the tiger bare chested like Putin's rather more insane little brother. Or is that? Which one's in the recycling centre? Is that the one on the mountains with like him sort of? Yeah.
That's
No,
right.
Matthias took out part of the tiger mural, which I thought went well, but they've already bloody fixed it. Sorry, you were saying, Arnold?
I was saying? What was I saying? I can't remember now.
No, it's fine. I agree.
please,
Loving
guys.
your worldview.
Not a word about my clan. I'm gonna owe you big.
Oh no, he's Bruja. What?
Yeah, but that you're told to find the Bruja.
Oh, is that what he's saying? Let me guess. Please, if anyone's found a Bruja, bring them to the Prince. He wants to give him a great big hug, and he's gonna love him and cuddle him and pet him and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Half right, more send to Scotland or Bifras.
No, there's reasons why Matthias did what he did. And so, also why every Bruja suddenly disappeared that night. But that's sort of verging on the grounds of information territory, and everything comes with a price.
How about a meeting?
A meeting?
Some other time. I just would love to have a discussion with you.
Well,
Uh-huh.
anything can happen. Tell you what. If you want a meeting with me, if you can put a big X in white on a window, actually no, put it on the table inside the so on one of the rooms on the west side of your haven. If you can stick a big sort of cross up on there, I'll know that you want to have a bit of a chat, and I'll come and find you. Does that work? Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Now, he goes quiet for a second.
I can't help but feel we're being slightly rude to our host.
But he nods a couple of times in Dee's general direction. As you wish, your lordship. No. Just making friends, sir. Right. I've got to disappear. I've just been told I've done everything that I needed to do, and he doesn't he doesn't like company, but, well, my company. I don't know why. He says in small doses, like some sort of fatal disease. Now, if you would be ever so kind to be a little bit gentle near him, I would be appreciative. And same goes for Brian. Actually, no, I know your sire did the deal with Brian, but I know you're in with Jenny, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's used to.
Bella Sombra.
She ain't no La Sombra, mate. Trust me.
Fair enough.
When you find out who's the La Sombra, you're going to be tickled. Even the
She
sheriff.
pinched Jenny's.
Oh yeah, no, I see Jenny all the time. As a general rule, the Malks are okay because they don't sort of deal with the prince's shit. Just avoid anyone that's got a like a big steel pole shoved up their ass. So any of the Ventru, and any of the Tremere, not to be trusted. Be careful; they're gonna kill you.
One last thing, I'm gonna owe you real big if you can find my sire. I don't know who it is.
You know who my sire is? I don't know who they are either.
Is it winning that?
Did
You
people
came
know their
from
sires?
no, your sire was in London because I know you came from sort of the old smoke. Do you know what? Solid Egyptian cotton sheets, silk pillows. He's got a really good gaff. Neighbours are a bit odd. They're a little bit on the religious fanatic side of things, but
I won't just go as fanatical.
you'll see.
They do a good, cake bake sale.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
told.
come back to that one.
How religious? Which religion?
The flying spaghetti monster.
Ah, there's a religion?
Yeah, they're the Pastafarians.
That's
Right.
by his noodly appendage.
Right.
I'll bring up the speed later, Arnold.
Okay.
You may appreciate such enlightenment.
Takes off the mask and just for a moment, fishes into, pops it into a pocket, then takes out one. It's a bit of an odd one. It's more of a mesh than a mask. Covers back on. Even with the mask off, it's different. You wouldn't be able to pick him out in a lineup. There would probably be racial profiling of some sort, but his face is completely unremarkable, as if he was one of thousands, and it would be impossible to notice or recall any features other than just an average man. But with a mesh mask on, right? It's been pleasant, as always, boss, lordship. Yes, I know. Respect where it's earned, sir. As for you four, you're probably going to get a bit creative when they sort of question you tomorrow night. I don't know. Just go and murder a load of people and set fire to things. They generally like quantity over quality, and be careful for him, Brian, Jenny, and basically anyone that isn't a bloody Ventru, and then you'll be fine. All right.
Jenny's nice.
Any
It's a
questions?
tea and cake.
At which point, turns and just hops into the center of the room, through the sunlight, down through the open sewer grate, through the water, and he's gone.
Bye then.
This has been a great night.
What, the part we nearly got killed in a sewer, or just this part of it?
You didn't die or anything. I ate someone delicious. I entered heaven and got a bunch of information. And I met this awesome, I'm pointing towards the skirt, looking guy.
Looks at your finger, looks at you, and then back down to your hand, and his gaze doesn't leave the hand while it's pointed in his direction.
I'm sorry. It's rude to point it.
I start filling up my empty blood bags with the water using the stone cup thing he gave me.
The wooden bowl.
Yeah.
What other undesirables have you cleansed in his name?
We met a weird van lot.
Which
Oh.
one?
There was a large van of people that seemed to be doing some form of cooking. They spilled out the back of the van and started attacking each other. However, there was some crossover in hostility.
There's a bit of a kerfuffle.
He turns to pay you close attention, Arnold. His eyes narrow. And you can feel it's not just the calm anymore. Just starting to feel, it's an odd sensation, but in your mind's eye you seem to be reliving those events. The noises, the sounds, the smells, the feel as you landed on the body, crushing it through the bones below, the gun firing, heads exploding. And as he leans back, I do not know the word kerfuffle, but somehow it does not seem adequate for what you did, Arnold.
Amazing with a shotgun, this one.
Might need a bit more practice though.
If you return, perhaps make it under better circumstances. It is not polite to enter someone's domain and murder its inhabitants.
Really sorry about that.
Self-defense is acceptable, Heimdal. I know what you have done. I know why you have done this. Heimdal, you're taken back in your mind's eye. Dealing with Zhao. The anger, the rage, the frustration, the pissed off feelings. Again then to Anthony as you try and shove that list right down his throat and violently pulling him about. This one, your mind's eye dwells on slightly longer. You are all open books to me. I know what you do. I know where you do it. I know where your buttons are. I know where your weaknesses are. Your actions are all part of someone else's plan.
So I might ask how.
No, my bad.
I might ask then how we can be useful in perhaps a riposte move on your behalf.
Prostrate yourself to your prince and serve his every whim. Root out traitors. Destroy those who would break the traditions. Find the prince's enemies and destroy them. Stop your sins against him. Empty your hearts of the evil you all contain. That is how you can serve. That is how you should live. At this point, something happens very quickly, but very slowly. Time seems to stop. The pulses, the light beaming out from inside every crack, slows. His hair slows as he moves, almost to a standstill, as you see Griffey. Short, stout, many layers of coats, all tightly zipped, sealed to the neck. Sleeves down to the wrist, and you can see layer upon layers of coats. The fresh wound in the skull, still weeping blood. You can see through its taken parts of the skull still chipped out, and what remains of the corpse brain underneath. But you find it's like moving through treacle. The thoughts are coming fast, but nothing's happening. You're screaming, you're charging, you're moving, but nothing happens. The faster your thoughts move, the slower everything does. The only thing that matches your speed is Griffey. As he appears next to Dee, one hand gripping the hair just at the base of the scalp, snapping Dee's neck to one side as he opens his mouth, which opens, teeth start to emerge, and it opens wider and wider than it possibly could. Parts of his face tear open to reveal more teeth as he leans in, bites in through the armoured clothing, the neck, the head, and in a few seconds Dee falls. Even though Griffey has this grip, arms tight like a vice, Dee begins to fall before just fading into dust, and with a puff, he's no more. As Griffey's mouth and face contract and return to what they should be. Blood gorged around his face, his neck, and down the remains of the clothes. He turns and looks to you, Heimdal. What did you see?
I don't want to answer nothing here, but I think you just killed the Scourge, mate.
So I'm gonna
Very impressed.
I'm gonna just a quick pass round and ask for your intentions. Heimdal.
The way that I don't think we ever got his name, jumped in and left.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a good idea.
Okay. Kay, what's your intention?
I'm so happy I have vanished. Disappearing.
Okay. Arnold.
I think Arnold will be doing the same thing. He's not, because Griff is very scary, and it's probably time to leave as well.
Flint.
Position my leg in such a way as I might collect some of the dust as it drifts by in the water.
If only you could move as fast. So, knowing that it's not possible, but you can collect some of the water. At some point, it probably will have something there, but you're not going to catch something before it goes through. Not without the celerity of blood that some of your cousins have. So, what would be your intention now?
Stomach around.
Okay. Kay, make a rouse check. You grow hungrier, and all that calm you were feeling not moments ago still remains. So, as you try to rouse the blood to bring powers to you, you get hungrier, but they don't appear. Which is quite apt, really, is you stay appearing. You do not vanish. You do not disappear. Arnold, how are you hiding?
Well, we're in an open room at the moment, aren't we? So I think I'll be the Nosferatu vanishing.
Okay, so you're going to make a run for it and hide behind something like a pillar. Would that sound about right?
I'm guessing somewhere here to hide.
Right, so
I don't know quite where I am, but I'm presuming I am in somewhere in the centre of this room.
So, for the sake of everyone, in the far end of the room, near the sarcophagi or tombs or whatever they are, and we have Kay attempting to disappear. Arnold, so you're going to be running back through the pillars to the other side.
I'm guessing to somewhere there. And the guy who went out went through here, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I think heading that direction is probably a good start while working out, is Griffey going to kill us all?
Okay. And Heimdal, you're going to attempt to swan dive into the water as well.
I want to dodge because I'm pretty sure he's going for me.
Really?
Like, get away. Away.
So these are your intentions. Yeah. Heimdal. As you approach the sun, beaming in those shafts surrounding the sewer, you can feel your beast clawing to take strength and control of your muscles to stay away from the certain doom of final death. You get the impression that that lovely, warm, wondrous sunshine is no more. Instead, you see the dawn. You see God's burning scourge, ready to destroy you. To get closer than that pillar, you're going to have to make at least some sort of fear frenzy roll, as if you were walking into the midday sun. So this is going to be quite difficult. So,
if it's no longer comfort.
No. You get that sensation immediately. You start to turn towards.
Okay, so D was probably the one who kept all this going. I'm gonna protect my pack and I don't know, get in the way of him, like Griffey. I'm gonna tank Griffey.
Okay, so the intent. So change the intention. Same conversation for Arnold. As you turn to go to the pillar, it's. You get the impression that it's. Oh crikey! It's no longer Funtime Frankie.
Okay. So, best not head to the pillars.
So, are you going to try and head around the pillars and try and continue to flee? sort of heading around
Yeah,
in between the pillars and the wall.
I'm guessing so. Because Griffey just starting killing D is a bit scary.
Well, it felt like it was in a matter of seconds. He consumed every last drop. And the years caught up with D, or the centuries caught up with him. So,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the kind of terrifying bit.
Yes. So, Heimdal. Flint, you stand your ground. You don't flee, you don't press forwards. Heimdal, on the other hand, how are you going to take out Griffey?
I'm not gonna attack him, but I'm gonna rouse for prowess and expect him to jump at me. And then I'm gonna test the theory of the indestructible base.
Test the theory of what, sorry?
The indestructible base.
You're going to take the base, which has been perfectly healed in these waters, all those little scuffs and marks where you don't quite look after it as properly as you should, say, wandering through a sewer full of shit with it on your back. Everything's fine. Okay, make your rouse.
I'm just in fight mode, I guess, because I don't flee.
I was going to say, you don't seem to have a fight or flight option.
Yeah.
No, you rouse. You feel strength reluctantly come to your muscles. He makes no move towards you. He seems to smirk at your actions. He looks over your shoulder to the sunlit sewer and then back to you. Oh. Is the puppy afraid? Is at this point, if you would like to swing, feel free.
I'm still that. I'm standing like that and just ready to baseball bat him, really. But I'm still just looking around, seeing what the rest are doing, because I just want them to be able to get away.
Well, Kay, what are you doing? You feel that the power of your blood isn't working, and that unfortunately they can see you.
Jump into the middle sewer.
So, you get the same sensation. Are you pushing through?
You just killed a centuries-old thing versus the sun. I'll take my chances.
Okay. Let's have a fear frenzy, difficulty 3.
One
worry.
beast, I don't ask you for anything.
He's been quite quiet in this room. And he says, "Don't tell anyone, let's run together." You run. You jump. You go through the sun. Now, although above that sewer grate, the water seems to be rising as if it's water coming in. As you go in, it's like someone's grabbed hold of you and yanked as you get sucked through. And then it all goes dark as you're down, left, right, on. Let's have a Dex and Athletics.
May I rouse?
I think you probably should, because this is now blind luck, quite literally, as you're being smashed through a torrential sort of set of pipes with jagged barbs, and you're definitely going to escape the room, but you're not going to do it in a very handsome or healthy way. So make a Dex and Athletics roll, and every success you get will take it away from the 5 superficial you take.
Hi.
You jammy. I mean, yes, as you spiral through this powerful tornado of everything else, you manage to avoid every bit of damage before being spat out. Right. Heimdal. Kay appears to have disappeared. See? His discipline worked. Flint.
Yes.
Heimdal's grabbed the base and appears to be getting ready to tent peg him. A technical term when you have a hammer and you're going to try and nail someone into the ground.
So I understand. Yeah. I haven't been addressed yet, so.
Griffey seems to be quite focusing on Heimdal, in the way that you might watch one of those little jack-in-the-boxes as someone's twirling the handle, getting ready for the fun. Arnold, you get past the sides, looking maybe at the wall, and there's no place like home. You can get past to the other side of the pillars, closer to the ledge and where the sewers are. Heimdal.
Come on, Flint, I got him. Get out.
Why should we be worried about a gentleman that was sent with us? We're all here on behalf of the prince.
Heimdal. Do you really want to damage your guitar?
No, you're right. And it's not a guitar.
Oh, it is. Well, if you don't want to damage that one, I could always go and break the other one. Alyssa's.
I think it's time to rage.
What are you doing, Heimdal?
Drop base and releasing the beasts.
So, when you drop the base into the ground, it splashes, and so you're just going to... are you giving control to Heimerdinger, or are you just going to try and take as much of his power and use it to destroy Griffey?
I mean, I have the delicious guy's blood in my prowess. I'm gonna latch on to Griffey. I think that's my best option right now. I wanna get a hold of him and drain the fucker.
You're gonna bite. You're gonna do to him what he just did to Dee.
Yes.
Right. So, normally we'll deal with this as an opposed roll, because the other person will be resisting, and it's a challenge. We don't like to have dice rolling, so it's, oh, I've got 4 more than you and 2 more than that. The dice are just a way to reflect on what we can do. So it just helps the story. Unfortunately for you, well, actually quite fortunately for you if you look at it the other way, this isn't an opposed roll. Griffey does not resist in any way, shape or form. So you get to make your roll. You get to sink your teeth. You get to bite. Work out what your dice pool is. You get a +2 from being roused, because at the mention of Alyssa, Heimerdinger wants to help, and he's woken up for some reason. So, what's your dice pool?
My pool?
Yes.
That would be... Sorry, maths. 2, that's 12.
Make the roll.
I think I did it right. Ugh.
Remember,
Willpower.
dangerous
Yes.
in large amounts are kindred, so you might want to burn through that.
Fortunately, no crit.
Heimdal. Heimerdinger says, would you like to try again?
Yes, I would like to try again.
Burn 2 willpower, and you can re-roll another 3 failures.
Ugh.
Heimdal. Heimerdinger says, would you like to try again?
I would like to try again.
Burn 3 willpower. and you can re-roll again. You so far have 7 successes. That's 10. You launch. Your fangs extend. Your nails don't grow. Your ears don't flatten against your wolf-like head, but that rage that burns inside of you fuels your action. And just as you sink your teeth into his undefended flesh, it's at this point that the music slows and the lights fade and our dear brave adventurers stop for another evening, ready to survive for another evening, another event. I think we're going to draw this one to a close here, just because it's annoying, and what we're going to be doing next, we're not going to be able to stop for an hour. So, I'm sure this all will end well for you.
Yes. Of
I'm
course.
so confused. What's going on?
I'm not a witness. I haven't seen anything.
I had so many questions for D. No.
But Griffy
sorry,
and D are both on the same side. What's going on?
Mum
We're
and Dad
playing-
are fighting. Stop it.
Our dads are killing each other.
That's why I'm saying, like, I doubt any of this is coming from the prince. This is Sharp, this is Hooten, and this is Anthony as usual. Working in cahoots.
Well, Dee was very keen on pointing out that the prince is real and that you should all serve the prince.
I would like to serve the prince, but I don't think we are right now.